So because I've only been able to do unedited videos uploading to YouTube, I'm just going to do it with the intention, or make videos with the intention that I'm not editing them. So I'm going to talk more to the camera and stuff like that. I apologize for like the past few random just progression videos that aren't really like, I don't know, they're just kind of like you're watching me make something. This is going to be about the same, honestly, but I'm going to show you something in the very beginning that I just finished. If you know SpongeBob SquarePants, I was raised on SpongeBob, so the Bold and Brash painting that Squidward does is like a big memory of mine, and I recreated that like years ago, probably like 5 years ago now, on this piece of cardboard that I had, and I just redid it so I would actually like seeing it in my room, so I'm going to show you. This does have a bad word, in case anyone's curious. Bad word. This is it. Snizzle does not give a fuck. Yeah. If you know what song that's from, then you're a real one. Anyway, so after removing that, as you can see, hopefully you can hear me, the dryer is going, so if you can't hear me, oh well. This is my current situation that's happening. These are going to be turned upside down and made into flowers. Probably tulips or something, because I put the lines too close together, which is a bummer because I wanted to do like these types of flowers that I've already done, which are actually up on my website now, and hopefully I've put that in my bio by this point, but I really want to go rinse this brush, but I feel like I do not have time, so I'm just going to quickly put water in this. I'll be right back. Okay, just didn't want to ruin a very expensive brush. Don't buy fancy brushes. That's my advice. Anyway, so we have this we could work on, or we have this thing that I need to make for my boyfriend's birthday. And I'm just going to probably start with that, to be honest with you. I'm probably going to hold it on with a lobster clasp to this piece of slate. Just seems like the easiest way to do it. I am going to take these off, actually. They're just taped on to a piece of slate. I don't know how people make small paintings with the type of canvas holders that these are, because they really just, they don't fucking stick at all. Anyway, so these, the flowers, the drip flowers and stuff will be up on my website too eventually, probably in the next week or two, for like 20 bucks. My other ones are also up for 22 bucks, the other flowers, and those are originals, so they're not prints. And I will say that is my cheapest thing I have right now, unfortunately, but you know, I work a lot on these, and it's not gonna fit, and it's almost too stressful to price my art at like an entry level point, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't need an entry level point. I need collectors and stuff like that. So we're just gonna do my trusty fucking masking tape method. It never fails. I got paint on the back of this with that blue paint that I was just using, so that's fun. These aren't even on like where I need them to be. Alright. Okay. Press that on there. And then you can see how many times I've used this particular slate. And it was supposed to be its own painting. This slate that I'm using was supposed to be its own painting. Actually, on the back, it has a painting. This is the painting that's on this. I made this when I was going through a really tough realization that I kind of like was just not as verbal as I would have liked in a past relationship. Anyway, so that's kind of a bummer. The thing that really sucks about this, honestly, is that I have to use the bathroom. So I'm just gonna put you by the window. You watch out the window while I go use the bathroom, okay? Because it's a pretty view, I would say. So you just sit there. I'll be right back. Alright, enough scenery for you. I'm back. Let me set you back up. I think that's about where you were. So anyway, yeah. Also, I'm not entirely sure if I should cover this. I don't really want to. If it ever becomes a problem, I'll have to cover that, but hopefully whoever's watching my videos right now is not going to care. I actually also wanted to say that I feel way more natural talking to the camera like this, because I feel like as a former neglected child, I really talk to myself a lot. So this is kind of just like talking to myself. Anyway, I'm also wearing this get-up because it's hot as balls out, and I can't stand wearing anything else. I also have my period, which you didn't need to know, but I do. And yeah, it's just too hot, and I can't be bothered to do anything. Okay. I didn't even know this was in there. Alright, back to the painting. I just realized I think this is crooked, and it is. Alright, now it's straight. Now, I know you probably can't see it all. Excuse me. But there is writing underneath this. So, holy shit, I'm burping a lot. What we're gonna do is get, oh my gosh, just burping, yawning, having all the issues. I guess I'll use this paint palette. I really gotta peel off all this fucking paint on my paint palettes. Oh, actually, I'll use the back of it. yeah, anyway, I have to peel this paint off my paint palettes eventually, but I want to make that into a video because I think that's really satisfying to watch. So apparently there was still wet paint. So maybe I shouldn't use that side. I'm not going to use that side. I'm going to use the fucking messy side. Alright, so I'm going to pick out my utensil, which I guess I'll give you a little show and tell of my little brush holder. Isn't it cute? I actually really like it. I think it's adorable. I used to be a baker for many years of my life, and you know, chronic illness came into play, so I kind of stopped doing that because being a baker is hard work, and I'm sure people will say, well, no one ever said it was easy, but it's taxing for real. So anyway, I have two options of brushes. Both are brushes from the Dollar Tree. I love using cheap brushes because it makes me feel like if I don't end up cleaning them, like this one, I didn't ruin a $20 brush, which is this thing in here. This bitch was $20. It is made of wood. This is plastic. So, you know, you are paying for quality, I would say. But the quality of paints you use and the quality of brushes you use does not determine the quality of art you create. And I will stand by that forever. So, my art, by the way, is calculated price-wise by how I feel about the painting, is A. B is how many hours I worked on the painting, and C is how many, like, supplies that I used during the painting. So, like, if how I feel about the painting is, like, I fucking love this painting, I would hate to see it go for $300, I'm not going to make it $300, you know? This guy, I might have overpriced, but I do love him, so, whatever. Okay. Enough ranting. So, I don't